Alright, in this one I'm going to talk about 3 tips to have a more attractive physique. Number 1, train your spinal erectors. So this is a muscle that is extremely neglected. Most people don't train it, and it's essentially these vertical muscles right here. They create this separation, they make your back complete, and they just look aesthetic in general. And they have benefits as well, aside from the aesthetic benefits. So this is one way you can train it. This is how I personally train it, and it's essentially back extensions. It's like abs, but the opposite. You're extending and contracting in the opposite direction, in the opposite motion. And yeah, barely anyone trains their spinal erectors, but they're important for your back aesthetics. And like I mentioned, they have other benefits. For example, they strengthen your posterior chain, they reduce chronic back pain, and they improve posture. So if you had bad posture or any of these symptoms, then maybe start incorporating back extensions to train your spinal erectors. Or if you just want aesthetics in general. Number 2, doing a complete back training. So this is where a lot of people fail as well. Aside from training the spinal erectors, you also want not just one back exercise, you want at least 2. You want a vertical pull movement as well as one horizontal pull movement. And they're basically going to target different muscles. There is some overlap, but the main target muscle is going to be different. So with vertical pulls, you're basically focusing on the lower lats, which is what creates a V-taper. And with horizontal pulls, you're basically focusing on the upper back, which gives you back thickness. And you essentially need both. If you want aesthetics when it comes to back development, you need all of these pieces together. If you only train the lower lats, for example, you're not going to look good from the side or in motion or in real life compared to what could have been. So if you want ideal back development, not only in photos, but also in real life and in motion, etc., then you should train the entirety of it, not just the lower lats. And by the way, I built an evidence-based physique program, and if you want to check it out, it's the first link in the pinned comment, and it's inside my Skool community. Number 3, train forearms seriously. This is something I actually neglected for a long time. All of the tips in this video are things I neglected for a long time, and only learned relatively recently. That's what this channel is about. I learn new stuff and then I share it. So I wish I knew these things earlier. And forearms, for example, they're extremely important for sex appeal. We have infinite examples of women describing how much they like forearms or complimenting men with good forearms. Just so many examples. It's one of those muscles that are pretty much female gaze, but most people still ignore. You can go check on Reddit or TikTok and you're going to see that. You're going to see whenever a guy has attractive forearms, you may see a bunch of women in the comments like this, basically saying how attractive they are. So muscles like the neck and forearms, they're always visible. So you could argue they're more important than the rest, but barely anyone trains them. I never see anyone training forearms or neck, for example. And for most settings, they're probably the most important because they're always visible, even in clothes. Meanwhile, things like abs, while important, you need to be shirtless for people to see them. So muscles like these, muscles like the forearms, they have a massive advantage if you train them, which is you're going to always be visible. Even if you're using t-shirts, even if you're using a dress shirt and you roll up the sleeves, you're pretty much always visible. And not only that, we know that women like developed forearms. So again, most people don't train them, but they're always visible. So why wouldn't you? So in summary, train your spinal erectors, which a lot of people neglect. Train your back in full, not just one exercise. So for example, do one vertical pull and one horizontal pull at least, and train forearms seriously because they're always visible, women are attracted to them, and for whatever reason, most men don't train them. So it's easier to stand out if you do train them. If you learned anything from this video and you want to find out what I think is the best workout program, you can join my Skool community with the first link in the pinned comment that targets a lot of the muscles that women find attractive, but that men also neglect most of the time. So join the Skool community if you're curious. It's the first link in the pinned comment, and yeah,